"You're a nobody," my daughter said in front of her friends on my birthday. "You clean toilets. You think that makes you a woman?" Dad's new girlfriend owns 3 real estate companies. My husband laughed and said, "Well, it's time you know the truth. You were always just a placeholder." I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just smiled and walked away. 2 hours later, my phone had 47 missed calls. But I was already 3 states away with something that would change everything. It was my 38th birthday. I woke up excited because my family promised me a special day. My husband Jake had been acting strange for weeks. Always on his phone. Always busy. But I thought maybe he was planning something nice for me. I clean office buildings at night. It's honest work. I make good money. But my 16-year-old daughter Emma always felt ashamed of what I do. She never told her friends what her mom does for work. That morning Jake said, "Honey, let's have a small party. Just family and Emma's friends." I was happy. Finally, some attention from my own family. The party started at 6 p.m. Emma's 3 best friends came over. They were all dressed up nice. I made my favorite cake. Chocolate with vanilla cream. I was wearing my best dress. The blue one Jake bought me 2 years ago. But something felt wrong. Jake kept looking at his phone. Emma was being mean to me all day. She rolled her eyes when I asked her to help set the table. She made faces when I tried to hug her. Her friends were whispering and giggling. I thought they were just being teenagers. But then I heard one of them say, "When is she going to show up?" Who was going to show up? This was my birthday party. Then the doorbell rang. Jake jumped up fast. "I'll get it," he said with a big smile. That's when walked in. A tall woman with perfect hair and expensive clothes. She looked like she belonged in a magazine. "Everyone, this is Sarah," Jake said. "She's my business partner." But the way he looked at her, that wasn't business. That was love. Emma ran to Sarah and hugged her. "Mom, meet Sarah. She's amazing. She owns 3 real estate companies. She's been teaching me about business." Did Emma just call this woman? My heart started beating fast. Sarah sat down at my table. My birthday party. She started talking about her companies, her houses, her cars, her success. Emma's friends were asking her questions. "How did you get so rich? Can you teach us? You're so cool." Nobody was talking to me. At my own birthday party, I sat there like a ghost, watching my husband smile at another woman, watching my daughter treat this stranger like her real mother. Then Emma stood up. She looked at her friends, then at me, and she said the words that broke my heart. "You know what? I'm tired of pretending." Emma's voice was loud, angry. "You want to know what my mom does? She cleans toilets. She scrubs floors. She thinks that makes her a woman." Her friends gasped, not because they were shocked, but because they were embarrassed for me. "Sarah here," Emma pointed to the woman. "She builds empires. She makes millions. She's what a real woman looks like." Jake started laughing. Not a nice laugh. A mean laugh. "Emma, don't be so harsh." But Emma wasn't done. She looked right at me. "You're a nobody, Mom. You've always been a nobody. Sarah is going to be my new mom. Dad already chose her." The room went quiet. Everyone stared at me, waiting for me to cry, to scream, to break down. But I didn't. Instead, I smiled. A real smile. Because in that moment, I realized something important. I was free. Jake cleared his throat. "Well, since we're being honest." He reached over and took Sarah's hand. "Sarah and I have been together for 8 months. We're getting married next month." While I was working 2 jobs to pay for Emma's dance classes. While I was making his lunch every morning. While I was being the perfect wife. "You were always just a placeholder," Jake continued. "Until I found someone better." I stood up slowly. Every eye in the room was on me. Emma looked scared now, like she suddenly realized she went too far. "Thank you," I said quietly. "Thank you." Jake looked confused. Thank you for showing me who you really are. Both of you. I walked to my purse, pulled out my phone, and did something that shocked everyone. I called my sister Mary. Hey, it's me. Remember that job offer in California? The one managing that big cleaning company. I'll take it. Emma's mouth dropped open. Mom, what are you doing? I'm leaving, I said simply. Tonight. You can't leave, Jake said. We need to talk about the house, the divorce, the money. I laughed. It felt good. The house is in my name, Jake. I bought it with my money before we got married. Remember? You were just a broke college student. His face turned red. That was different. We're married now. Not for long, I said. My lawyer will call you tomorrow. Sarah finally spoke up. Maybe we should all calm down. I looked at her. Really looked at her. Sarah, you can have him. But you should know. He's been lying to you too. What do you mean? Sarah asked. Jake doesn't have a business. He's been unemployed for 6 months. He's been living off my money. The money I make cleaning toilets. Jake's face went white. That's not. I'm between jobs. And Emma, I turned to my daughter. Since I'm such a nobody, you won't mind if this nobody stops paying for your car, your phone, your college fund. You're everything. Emma started crying. Mom, I didn't mean it. Yes, you did, I said. And that's okay. Now you can ask your new mom to pay for it all. I went upstairs to my room, packed one bag, just clothes and pictures of my parents. Everything else could stay. As I packed, I heard them arguing downstairs. Jake was begging Sarah not to leave. Emma was crying. Sarah was asking questions about money. My phone started ringing. Text messages, missed calls. But I didn't answer any of them. I was already thinking about my new life. The job in California paid 3 times what I made here. My sister Mary had been begging me to move there for years. You're too good for him, she always said. You deserve better. Maybe she was right. I walked downstairs with my bag. The party was over. Sarah was gone. Emma was in her room crying. Jake was sitting alone at the table. Where are you going? He asked. Away from here, I said. Away from you. You can't just leave your family. What family? He asked. The family that called me a nobody. The family that chose someone else. That family. Jake stood up. I made a mistake. Sarah means nothing to me. It's you I love. I laughed. You love my money, Jake. You love my cooking. You love having someone to clean up after you. But you don't love me. Emma needs her mom, Jake said. Emma needs to learn that words have consequences, I said. She chose Sarah. She can live with that choice. I walked to the door. Turned around one last time. Oh, and Jake. The house payment is due next week. Good luck with that. I walked out the door, got in my car, and drove away from the only life I'd known for 20 years. But I wasn't sad. I was excited. For the first time in years I was thinking about me. 2 hours later I was at a gas station 200 miles away. My phone was buzzing non-stop. 47 missed calls. 30 text messages. Emma. Mom, please come home. Sorry. I didn't mean it. Jake. Sarah left me. She said she can't date a broke man. Please come home. Emma. Dad is crying. He says he loves you. Please give us another chance. Jake. I'll do anything. Just come back. We need you. But I kept driving. The road was dark. But I felt light for the first time in years. I drove all night. Stopped at a motel in Nevada. Sat on the bed and called my sister Mary. I did it, I said. I left. About time, Mary said. You've been miserable for years. Emma called me a nobody, I said. In front of her friends. On my birthday. Emma is a child, Mary said. She learned that cruelty from somewhere. Probably from Jake. Mary was right. Jake had been putting me down for years. Small comments, little jokes, making me feel small. And Emma had been watching, learning that it was okay to treat her mom like garbage. The job starts Monday, Mary said. You'll be managing 200 employees, making 6 figures. You'll have your own office. 6 figures. I'd never made that much money in my life. What if I'm not good enough? Yes. Are you kidding me? Mary laughed. You've been running Jake's life for 20 years. You raised Emma. You worked 2 jobs. You kept everyone fed and happy. You're the strongest person I know. Maybe she was right. Maybe I had been selling myself short. And the best part, Mary continued, you'll be living in a beach house. You can hear the ocean every morning. I spent 3 days driving to California. Every mile felt like freedom. I didn't answer my phone. I didn't read the messages. I just drove. When I finally reached Mary's house, she was waiting on the porch. She ran to me and hugged me tight. You look different, she said. Happier. I feel different, I said. I feel like me again. Mary showed me my new apartment. It was small but beautiful, right on the beach. I could see the ocean from my window. This is mine. Yes. All yours, Mary said. No Jake. No Emma. Just you. Monday morning I started my new job. I was nervous. But the moment I walked into that office, I knew I belonged there. You must be Linda, said a woman with kind eyes. I'm Janet, the owner. Mary told me so much about you. Thank you for this opportunity, I said. Thank you for taking it, Janet said. We needed someone with your experience. Someone who knows hard work. He showed me around. The office was huge. Clean. Professional. My office had a window that looked out at the mountains. This is your space, Janet said. Make it your own. The first week was amazing. I met my team. 200 people who cleaned offices all over the city. They were good people. Hard workers. Just like me. We've never had a manager who actually did the work, said Carlos, one of the supervisors. You understand what we go through. I understand because I've been there, I said. I've cleaned toilets. I've scrubbed floors. There's no shame in honest work. For the first time in years I felt respected. These people looked up to me. They trusted me. They saw me as their leader. Not a nobody. A somebody. 3 weeks into the job I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. It was Sarah. Linda. This is Sarah. We need to talk. We have nothing to talk about, I said. Yes we do, Sarah said. Jake has been calling me non-stop. He wants me to help him get you back. I laughed. And I told him the truth. I'm not interested in a man who can't pay his own bills. I'm not interested in a man who treats his wife like garbage. Sarah paused. He lied to me, Linda. About everything. His job. His money. His marriage. He made it sound like you two were already divorced. I'm not surprised, I said. Jake is good at lying. Emma called me too, Sarah said. She's been crying every day. She misses you. She says she wants to apologize. My heart hurt a little. Emma was still my daughter. But she had hurt me deeply. She's a child, Sarah continued. She was just copying what her dad was doing. Putting you down to make himself feel better. Maybe, I said. But children need to learn that words have consequences. Sarah was quiet. Then she said, You know what? You're amazing. You work so hard. You deserved better than both of them. After I hung up, I sat on my balcony, watching the ocean, thinking about my old life versus my new life. In my old life, I was always tired, always stressed, always trying to please people who didn't appreciate me. In my new life, I woke up excited. I loved my job. I loved my apartment. I loved the freedom to be myself. My phone buzzed. A text from Emma. Mom, I know you probably hate me. But I want you to know I'm sorry. I was wrong. You're not a nobody. You're everything. Please call me. I stared at the message. Part of me wanted to call her right away. But another part of me knew I needed more time. 2 months later, I got a call from my lawyer. The divorce is final, he said. Jake signed everything. He gets nothing. The house, the savings, the car. It's all yours. What about Emma? Yes. She's 16. She can choose where to live. Jake can't take care of her without your support. I thought about Emma. My little girl. She had hurt me. But she was still my daughter. Send her a plane ticket, I said. If she wants to visit, she can visit. Are you sure? The lawyer asked. After what she said. She's a child who made a mistake, I said. But she's still my child. 3 days later, Emma was on a plane to California. I was nervous. What if she was still angry? What if she still thought I was a nobody? When she walked out of the airport, she looked smaller, better. She had been crying. Mom, she said, and started crying again. Hugged her. She felt like my little girl again. Not the angry teenager who had hurt me. I'm so sorry, she whispered. I was so stupid. I missed you so much. I missed you too, I said. But we need to talk. We went to my apartment. Emma looked around with big eyes. This is your place, she asked. All mine, I said. I have a good job. I make good money. I'm happy. Emma sat on the couch. Dad is a mess, she said. He lost the house. He's living in a tiny apartment. He cries all the time. And Sarah? Yes. She wants nothing to do with him. She found out he was lying about everything. She said he was just using her to make you jealous. Emma looked at me. I'm sorry I said you were a nobody. You're not. You're amazing. You always were. Why did you say it? Yes. Why were you so mean to me? Emma started crying again. Because Dad always made jokes about your job. He said you were embarrassing. He said Sarah was better than you because she was rich. And you believed him. Yes. I was stupid, Emma said. I thought money made people better. I thought cleaning toilets was shameful. I sat next to her. Emma, there's no shame in honest work. Fed you. Clothed you. I paid for your life by cleaning toilets. I know that now, Emma said. But Dad made me feel like I should be embarrassed of you. Your dad was wrong, I said. He was jealous of me. I was the one with the steady job. I was the one paying the bills. He felt like a failure, so he tried to make me feel like one too. Emma nodded. He tried to make me believe it was your fault that he was unhappy. But it was his fault. Emma, I forgive you, I said. But you hurt me deeply. It's going to take time to heal. I understand, Emma said. Can I stay here for a while? I don't want to live with Dad anymore. I looked at my daughter. She was sorry. She was hurting. She needed her mom. You can stay, I said. But there are rules. Emma stayed for the summer. She got a job at a local restaurant. She saw me work. She saw how my employees respected me. She saw how happy I was. One day she said, Mom, I want to be like you when I grow up. Like me. Yes. Strong. Independent. Hardworking. You built this life all by yourself. You're not a nobody. You're a hero. That night I cried. Happy tears. My daughter finally saw me. The real me. She also saw her dad for who he really was. A man who tore down the people who loved him because he felt bad about himself. 1 year later, Emma started college. She was studying business. She wanted to run her own company someday. Just like you, Mom, she said. You manage 200 people. You make important decisions. You're a boss. I was proud of her. She had learned from her mistakes. She had grown up. Jake called sometimes, begging me to come back. But I was done with that life. I was done being made to feel small. I had built something beautiful. A life where I was respected. Where I was valued. Where I was happy. My phone buzzed. A text from Janet, my boss. Linda, I'm retiring next year. I want you to buy the company. You've earned it. I stared at the message. Buy the company. Me. The woman who used to clean toilets. Then I smiled. Because I realized something important. I was never a nobody. I was always a somebody. I just needed to get away from people who made me feel small. Called Janet back. I'll take it, I said. I knew you would, Janet said. You're the strongest person I know. That night I stood on my balcony, looking at the ocean, thinking about my journey. My daughter had called me a nobody. My husband had called me a placeholder. But they were wrong. I was the woman who survived, who built something beautiful from nothing, who turned pain into power. I wasn't a nobody. I was somebody. And I always had been. Did I get the perfect revenge? You tell me. Share this story with someone who needs to hear it. Like if you believe in second chances. Subscribe to Granny's Voice for more stories of strength and survival. Because here, every nobody becomes a somebody.